I will be reading something that most of you have never even heard of. The Book of Melchizedek, the path that led us to the Book of Melchizedek, our history. We are researchers of the sacred writings for more than 2 decades, a work that we have done voluntarily and selflessly, because the main reason for getting involved in this mission lies in the genuine and unique value that the knowledge contained in these treasures of Scripture represents for us. As we became familiar with this type of bibliography, we gradually learned some of the characteristics of these ancient writings. We began to unite parts of the human history of the earth as these holy books reveal, and we realized that each of them provided us with a unique piece of valuable information that was helping us to assemble the puzzle of a more complete history of everything related to the human being, who he is, where he comes from, and where he's going. By following in the footsteps of some important characters and events narrated in these writings, we recognize that these books have a limit of information about the story of certain characters and events. By having more scriptures, we were able to delve deeper into those same events and get to know those characters better. So that we have learned to recognize this fundamental principle, relate various sacred books in order to have a greater source of information to help us to reach a broader view on the topics contained in these writings. One of the important characters in sacred literature is Melchizedek, king of Salem. Because of the information we had about him, there was a strong desire in us to learn more about how he established peace in Salem. Also, another mystery that we had been looking for was related to music, because even at that time, before discovering the Melchizedek great role, our experience in music as a fundamental part to favor harmony between people, we understood that there was a mysterious past concerning the divine origins of music. One of the first words in the Book of Melchizedek, which touched our musical heart, were, "The subjects of Salem would not wield bows and arrows, but they would be trained in musical art. Each inhabitant of Salem would always have at his fingertips a musical instrument to express through him the peace and joy of that new kingdom. Together they would form a powerful orchestra in the fight against disharmony born of pride and selfishness." We were amazed at what we had experienced and loved in our musical life. Now, the Eternal revealed us about a beautiful city and a unique town where music was considered with such importance and fundamental in the preservation of peace of that kingdom. Then we would find out in the history of the universe about an even more ancient past when the Creator idealized his creation so that he could vibrate harmonious chords of justice and peace. One of the most important issues in our search for sacred knowledge were the descendant of the life of state before the foundation of this world. The descendant of the fall of Adam and Eve, both related subject, knowing we that the broader